So I finally managed to dunk again after not being able to dunk for a whole year. I got a lob and it finally went down. And I got this dunk that might count. I'm not too sure if it counts. I got this dunk back in February of 2024. And the last time I dunked before that was in January of 2023. And even though I dunked a few times before this most recent one was very special to me because of my injury history. By the way, the quality is a little different. I'm using my iPhone because my camera broke, but the camera will come back real soon. So yeah, being able to come back from chronic knee pain that lasted for about 7 months and finally dunk again, it really shows me that my patience paid off. So what's next for me? What's the next goal? Well, I would like to do this consistently still. Future Rick interrupting here. After filming the voiceover, I just got this maybe dunk. And I also got this for sure dunk. And after entering my new training cycle, my vertical has skyrocketed and my lob technique and finishing technique has gotten tons better. But when I punched this lob, I was so hyped, bro, because that felt nice. I probably consider that my first self-lob dunk, so that's crazy. All right, back to the original voiceover. It's not just get one dunk and stop training. You know, I want to do this consistently. As proud as I am that I dunked, I'm gonna say that I feel like it's a fluke. Mostly because I had to rely on someone to throw it for me. Yeah, this one didn't feel like a fluke. I feel like I can do that all the time now that I'm recovering from the training. I'm so proud of myself and I'm so proud of this dunk. And even though it is a clean dunk, I don't have to ask you guys if it's a dunk. I don't have to confirm with anybody because it is an actual dunk. But I would rather it not rattle in. I would like to have a clean flush where the ball doesn't even touch the rim. But yeah, I can do this shit on my own now. My confidence is rising and I'm only getting started. I'm about to go even crazier this year. Back to the voiceover. Before anything else, if any of you are interested in getting trained by me to jump higher, increase your vertical, get more athletic, then fill out the form in the description. I'm taking a few athletes that are serious in increasing the vertical. And if you're not serious, don't fill out the form. I'm looking to train people that have the same passion in jumping that I have. So if you think you're that person, then I'm definitely capable of increasing your vertical. I'm only taking 5 more athletes. So if you want to be one of those athletes, fill out the form in the description. Then I'll reach back out to you if you're a good fit. So yeah, the next goal is to do this consistently. Get multiple dunks within one dunk session. And then from there, I'd like to get a 2-hand dunk and then a windmill, possibly an East Bay, but those trick dunks are for later. I'm just focused on getting my vertical up so I can start punching that shit. And what I've been doing to try and get this is training crazy hard. Yes, I'm still training with THP. It's been about a whole year, and I am planning on making a 1-year review video on them to give you guys a better idea whether THP is worth it or not. So if you're really considering THP, wait for that video. Spoiler alert, THP got me super strong that it's ridiculous. I hit a 225 power clean the other day, and I'm pretty sure I could do more right now. 225 was the goal that I had this year, and it's crazy that I hit it this early. And I'm also doing 185 on a hang clean for 3 reps, and I did this for 6 sets when I remember that I was struggling with 185 on a regular power clean, so that's already crazy enough. I'm quarter squatting 315 pounds for reps really fast, which is something I've never done. I was doing Bulgarian squats with 80 pounds in each hand, which is crazy. Also, I'm the leanest I've ever been. Last week, I tested a 10.5% body fat. I'm 145 pounds currently, and I have about 75 pounds of lean muscle mass. Another goal that I had for myself is that I'm trying to cut down to below 10% body fat, trying to get as lean as possible while still getting stronger, which is crucial if you want to be an elite jumper, an elite dunker. And that's exactly what I want to be. So yeah, my relative strength is off the charts, my body fat is off the charts, my lifts are off the charts, and my vertical is definitely the highest it's ever been. I don't know what exactly it is, but one of the main goals that I have for myself is that I'm trying to test a 41 or 42 inch vertical at dunk camp this year, and that's going to happen in late June. So I have about 2.5 months to peak for dunk camp, and with how I'm training, I think I could hit a 42 inch vertical by then. One more interruption for me. Look at how high I got on this jump. This is the same day I dunked, which was just yesterday, and look how high my head got to the rim, and look how far away my feet are from the ground. That's an easy 40, right? Also, look how high my wrist got on the rim. This is how high I was getting in January. So after being fatigued for a few months, I'm glad that I'm getting back to my vertical peak. In terms of training, for the past few months, I've been doing a lot of hypertrophy cycles. That has me doing a shit ton of volume. Probably the hardest training I've done to this point. So of course that means I'm fatigued and I'm not jumping at my highest. A couple weeks back in the middle of my hypertrophy cycle, I was getting half of my hand above the rim. When in January of this year, I was getting my wrist a couple inches above the rim. And I was doing this pretty consistently. Look at the height of my wrist. So yeah, a couple weeks back, it was consistently at half my palm, and that's to be expected because of the volume of my training. And my dunk attempts have been looking terrible during this cycle, but I'm not too fazed by it. I already expected it. After all that high volume training, I recently just transferred over to a power/speed training approach that has me doing a lot of loaded jumps, a lot of intense plyometrics, a lot of jump specific joint angle squats. The goal right now is to prioritize the speed strength quality on the force velocity curve. So the weights are relatively lighter so that I'm able to move it stupid fast. And that's what I've been doing, performing each single rep with intent. Intent like I want to jump higher. That's the exact cue I give myself. If I feel like I don't have enough energy, or if I feel like I'm not going hard enough, then I tell myself, train like you actually want to jump higher. Train like you actually want a 42-inch vertical. And that forces me to move with intent. And that's exactly what you want to do with jump training. I am still a bit fatigued, and I'm still not jumping my highest. So once I deload after this training cycle, I expect myself to be jumping at the highest I've ever jumped. But yeah, since I've been missing a lot of dunks, something I've been doing recently is practicing finishing on a low rim without jumping. So I have the rim set so that my hand is barely above the rim. I have it so that it's mimicking the height that I feel like I'm jumping at, which is about wrist level, maybe mid-hand level. I'm using a height that I can get half of my hand to the rim to practice what it's realistically like when I actually go for the dunk. So I've been doing it like this, standing on a chair, mimicking a lob catch, and dunking it as fast as possible. Getting my hand speed right. Doing this consistently hundreds of times. And I think it's really helping. I'm doing this because with my training right now, it'll be way too much load to add another dunk session. It'll be way too much on my knees, way too much on my body. So with this, I'm getting the dunking reps in without stressing my body too much. Doing these as fast as I can, challenging myself. I'm missing it a lot, which shows that my ball handling could use a little bit of work, but I'd like to be able to do some trick dunks eventually. But everything's been going well. Training's been going well. Coaching's been going well. A lot of the athletes I'm coaching are showing a lot of progress. A special shout out to you, Nick. Nick had knee pain for a whole year, hopped on my program 2 months in, and it's basically gone. Also shout out to you, Brett. Brett's been putting in the work, training hard, finishing his first month. So yeah, a couple shout outs to you guys. But regardless of all the dunking goals and all the vertical jump goals that I have for myself, I've just been enjoying training. I've been constantly showing up to the gym day in and day out, working my ass off and leaving. And because it became kind of a habit now, I love it. I used to be caught up on all these goals that I had for myself, especially last year. Last year was a very tough year mentally, just because I was going through it with my injury. I felt like I should be dunking at this point, but I'm crippled with knee pain. So at that point, I wasn't really enjoying the journey. I wasn't really enjoying life. And I wasn't thinking about why I started this dunking journey in the first place. So yeah, I wasn't in the present. I was simply just looking at the future, waiting to get my knee pain right, waiting to get that dunk, waiting to accomplish all of these goals that I had for myself. But now that I've been more present with not only my training, but with life in general, my mental has been a lot better, and my gains ended up seeing the benefit of that, because look at me now. So yeah, don't neglect your mental. Everything works together. It's not just your body that's training. You got to train your mind as well. I hope I'm helping some of you guys out with these videos, because I wish there was a realistic dunk journey out there, and I really couldn't find any, especially not one that lasted as long as mine, because I've been doing it for 4 years now. Wow, 4 years. Yeah, consistently showing my progress and everything. So I hope that I've been motivating and inspiring you guys to start dunking or whatever you want to do athletically, to show you guys that even regular athletes can do great things. But yeah, I think I've been yapping for a while. If you guys want to be coached by me, fill that out. All right,